Brooke Robinson is a name that rings a heavy bell in baseball because of his illustrious career in the game. Today, we're going to take a look at how he was able to transform the game and etch his name in the sands of time. Recognized for his incredible talent, Brooke spent his playing years in a single team called the Baltimore Orioles from 1955 to 1977 and received titles like the Human Vacuum Cleaner and Mr. Hoover. Robinson earned 2 World Series championships, an MVP award, and 16 Gold Gloves, among other distinctions, solidifying his legacy in MLB history. Welcome, and let's take a look at some of the most memorable events of Brooke Robinson's astounding time in the game. Robinson made his Major League debut on September 17, 1955, at the age of 18, becoming the Orioles' youngest player. Though Brooks was only able to appear in 6 games, he was able to record 2 hits and 10 at-bats. By 1958, Brooks had become a regular starter and hit for the cycle against the Chicago White Sox on July 15, 1960. That year, he received his first of 18 All-Star selections and his first of 16 consecutive Gold Gloves. Baseball fans and the city of Baltimore revere Brooke as one of the greatest players of all time, as he was honored with a statue outside Camden Yards and has his number 5 jersey retired by the Orioles. In 1983, he was voted to the Baseball Hall of Fame with 91.98% of the voting. His excellence as a defensive third baseman won him 16 consecutive Gold Glove awards and set numerous fielding records that still hold today. His devotion to the Baltimore Orioles, for whom he played his whole 23-year career, winning 2 World Series titles and 4 American League pennants. Robinson's best defensive season came in 1964, when he batted .317 with 28 home runs and 118 RBIs, leading the American League in the latter statistic. At third base, he also topped the league in fielding percentage, putouts, assists, and double plays. He was selected as the American League MVP, defeating Mickey Mantle of the New York Yankees. Robinson helped the Baltimore Orioles capture their first World Series triumph in 1966, defeating the Los Angeles Dodgers in 4 games. In the series, he hit .286 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs and made numerous amazing fielding plays, including a diving catch on a line drive by Jim Lefevre in Game 2. He finished second in the American League MVP voting, trailing his teammate Frank Robinson, who won the Triple Crown that year. Robinson's best playoff performance came in 1970, when he led the Orioles to their second World Series triumph, defeating the Cincinnati Reds in 5 games. He batted .429 in the series with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs and impressed fans and the media with his defensive prowess, depriving the Reds of several hits with diving stops, backhanded grabs, and perfect throws. He was overwhelmingly awarded World Series MVP, and the Cincinnati fans applauded him after the final out. In 1971, Robinson signed a 2-year contract with the Orioles, becoming one of the first players to earn more than $100,000 per year. He also appeared in his 4th and last World Series, which he lost in 7 games to the Pittsburgh Pirates. In the series, he hit .333 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, and he set a record with 39 World Series games at third base. He also received his 16th and final Gold Glove, tying Jim Katz's record for most Gold Gloves by a position player, which was eventually broken by Greg Maddux. At the age of 40, Robinson played his final game on August 13, 1977, and retired at the end of the season. He had a .267 batting average, 2,848 hits, 268 home runs, and 1,357 RBIs in his career. At third base, he also holds the big league marks for most career games, putouts, assists, total chances, and double plays. His impressive career meant that by 1977, he doubled as both a player and a coach for the Orioles, and later worked for the team as a broadcaster and community relations officer. The Orioles retired his number 5 in 1978, and he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1983 on his first ballot with 91.98% of the vote. We need to restate that in Robinson's 23-year career with the Baltimore Orioles, he had 2,848 hits in 10,654 at-bats. During his career, he also hit 268 home runs and drove in 1,357 runs. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1983 and is largely recognized as one of the best defensive third basemen of all time. Everyone felt very sad and nostalgic about Brooks Robinson's retirement, as he was not only a legendary player, but also a great person to have in the game. This year, he was honored by the Orioles and fans with a special ceremony on September the 24th, 2023, marking the 45th anniversary of his retirement. Robinson passed away on September the 26th, 2023, at the age of 86 after a long battle with cancer. Many former teammates, opponents, and admirers paid tribute to him on social media and in the news. Here are some of the reactions. Adam Jones, former Orioles outfielder, said, "He was awoken to many texts about the passing of the great Brooks Robinson. Never have I met a human like Mr. Brooks. Represented #Birdland until his final day. Rest easy, sir. You'll be missed greatly by the entire baseball family. You did it the right way." Wade Boggs, Hall of Fame third baseman, wrote, "Words can't express how I feel right now. A sad day for our Hall of Fame family with passing of Brooks Robinson, one of the most kindest and sincere individuals I've ever met. Brooks, you will be dearly missed, my friend. R.I.P." Cal Ripken Jr., Hall of Fame shortstop and former Oriole, capped it up by saying, "Today is an incredibly sad day for Baltimore and baseball fans everywhere. Brooks was Mr. Oriole. He was beloved and rightly so. His historic career on the field pales to the impact he's made on so many of us. The memories we all share of Brooks will live on. My thoughts are with Connie and the Robinson family. We lost a great man, but we're so fortunate to have had him in our lives." Jim Murray of the Los Angeles Times wrote during Robinson's career that, in the future, Brooks Robinson will be the standard every third baseman will be measured by. 40 years later in 2023, Wilson said, "That statement has withstood the test of time." Robinson's 2,870 career games at third base not only outnumbered the next closest player by about 700 games when he retires, but he also holds the record for the most games played at any position in Major League history. His 23 seasons with a single team set a Major League record that has only been matched since by Carl Yastrzemski. He's remembered as one of the most beloved and respected players in baseball history, and a true gentleman who always treated his fans with kindness and gratitude. He's also regarded as a role model for young players who aspire to play the game with excellence, integrity, and passion.